Hi everybody, I'm Magic Monroe. Hope you like the theme song. That was me. Anyway, welcome to Color My Zodiac, where I give you the forecast for the zodiac with colors. Now these are general readings, so feel free to skim through the video and look up your moon and your rising signs. If you know your chart, by all means have a ball. Let's go. Aries. Black, blue, orange, yellow. Aries, this week you're kind of keeping to yourself. You're not really trying to share some of the new endeavors that you have in mind. It's questioning the integrity in your environment. So you might have had some people that might give their 2 cents that may not be necessary, put in negative energy in the air, and you just don't want to deal with that, which is smart. Keeping it to yourself, moving in silence. There might be some anxiety or being overwhelmed because there's so many things on the plate that you kind of want to step back and really think through exactly what you're doing before saying anything. And then you really want to share. You want to be excited about things that are happening into your life, but it's not that many people that's really speaking your language. And it does sometimes give you the melancholy because you feel alone. But if I were you, don't build a brick wall. Don't be paranoid. Just have a sliding door so you can see what's coming. That's it. Live your life and enjoy it. That's what I recommend. You're doing a good job. That's what I will tell you. You're definitely progressive. I always love that about Aries. It's like when you see things, you already know that there's a solution. You can't tell you otherwise. Okay? Keep that mindset. Okay? Aries, you're okay. And change your environment. I think you'll do better if you change your environment. Switch it up a little bit. All right. Taurus. Green, blue, black, white, rainbow. All right, Taurus. So this week, you guys are more so in a space of transition. You're getting into the place of where you're bored with your routine. You want to change it up. It might be in the space of you wanting to leave a job. You're tired of having to be able to mouth the next words that are about to be said or whatever. Things are just turning into a conveyor belt. And I don't blame you. If you feel that, even within relationships, etc., it is time for your change. It's time for you to merge yourself with your passions at this point and kind of more so completely focus on that. And some of that has been self-sabotage or feeling like you had to go with certain roles in your life and you've done so much to create this structure. So now it's like, okay, I want something different. So this is a good time to switch it up a little bit. Now, some of you might be reminiscing about childhood and if things were different, what would they be like and whatnot. No, things are okay as you are because that comes with growth and lessons. Take the lessons out of those things. Now, from those lessons, then you'll see how to improve your current situations if you feel like they are, you get what I'm saying? You have the power to change that and you know you do, okay? So go ahead and listen to your heart this time. This is not a time to necessarily be too practical. Live a little at this point. Okay, Taurus? Have a good one. Gemini. Pink, baby blue, orange, yellow, white. Okay, Gemini, so this week you guys are concentrating on new ways, new things that are going to help you get the spotlight that you deserve. Or, the well-deserved flowers. And in this case, in the midst of that, that can be overwhelming as well, like we've been talking about with the other signs. But in this case for you, don't get so overwhelmed or looking at it being too much on the table to where you just start shutting down or just come into a space of acceptance or false acceptance of saying that I don't care or it's not gonna happen or whatever, because then you're down in the dream that you're actually aiming for. Okay, so no shutting down. Don't shut down. Don't give up. Okay, Gemini, you got this because you are so talented and you can call things like being claircognizant. Look that up, y'all. where you can call things and it's literally about to happen. You know this stuff. Like, come on. You know that it's going to work. If you just go ahead and push. Okay? All right, y'all. Cancer. Muddy green or hunter green. Red rainbow. Okay, Cancer. So this week, you guys are just tired of people not doing the right thing or tired of waiting on them to do the right thing. And then you're at the point where you feel like you may not be doing the right thing or just questioning yourself in those cases. But in this matter, I advise you to disregard anything that gets in your way. Simply. And going back to the fact that you may be confused about what's about to happen next. You don't know where to go from here at this point. But just really evaluate where you're distributing your energy, like we were talking about last week. It's almost like looking at the whole entire picture, like checking your bank account. Look where things are going. Where are they being put out to? Why don't you have this amount of money that you expected, etc. Like your bank account. So right now you need to daily see where your expenses are going when it comes to your energy. The universal language, the universal currency. Let me get it correct. The universal currency is energy. You always pay. You always pay. And in this case right now, I need you guys to really see where you're putting your energy, because you're at the point where you're like, where's the reciprocation? Where am I going wrong? Why do these things happen? Or what is next? So this is where you kind of lay down some structure. This is where you lay down some structure, and how much of it are you really taking to cater to yourself? That's what we're doing right now. Okay, Cancer? Here we go. Leo. Burgundy, dark fuchsia, orange. Leos, you guys have definitely been steadfast for the past however long. Well, always steadfast. And you got the money on the mind. You business oriented. You haven't been taking any BS. But in this case right now, you're being a little self-conscious of your pace, questioning your speed, and you already have a set goal of where you're supposed to be, but some things are not going to happen as fast as you would like them to. Some things are not going to be able to nail the timestamp that you've put. But don't put a timestamp on your success. Just keep at it like you've been doing. Continue. Just continue. Don't give up. Don't throw it down. Don't shut down anything. Just relax and keep the pace going. Keep it going. All right? Have a good one. Virgo. Pink, purple, blue, yellow, green. Virgos, you are moving from every which way this week, pulling from every direction, and probably trying to find distractions to distract yourself from yourself. Sit down. And also probably being a little hard on yourself from or overthinking your process because of so many ideas that you have. It's kind of hard to kind of ground it, and you're only judging yourselves or picking what you're doing based off of the audience or the others and their approval. Not necessarily just, okay, for solely their approval, just saying like how it's going to be received. And you shouldn't be thinking about that. That should be the last thing on your mind. It should be based off of what's going to work best for you and your career and your choices, etc. Okay, so don't make it so much about how it's going to be received. I mean, have that in mind, especially creative direction, all the above. Have that in mind, but also embrace the innovation. Okay, embrace the innovation and embrace what it can be and the effect it can have. Okay, now find that solid thing that doesn't feel like it's going to drain you, and then put everything else in the midst of support by the thing that you put in the front. Run that back and listen to it again. I know you're going to probably need to hear that one more time. Okay? All right. Don't drain yourself. Okay? Have a good one. Libra. Clear, rainbow, red, black. Okay, Libra. So this one is interesting. So there might be a lot of changes you may be going through this week, or back and forth, maybe dealing with scheduling, whatever, but it might trigger some irritation. And you probably want some alone time or people not to bother you at this point this week. So really beware of how you respond. Be aware of your patience this week. Cause you know you're really good for, hey, I'm gonna do it by myself. So pretty much pace yourself for this week and keep your eyes open for when people are a little sloppy with their arrangements or whatever that you might be involved in. Okay? All right. Don't blow up on anybody. Okay, y'all? All right. Scorpio. Nude, plum, dark green, gray. Scorpio, you may be going out your way this week. You want to help your surroundings. You want to make sure that everything is okay. And you're open minded to any certain suggestions, but it's kind of leaving you in the space of where you're like, well, I done did all I could. What do I do now? You know, just like we was kind of like talking about last week, and that was more so pertaining to self. Now it's your environment. But if you can't take care of yourself at this point, or you know, you're working and focusing on yourself, you don't have to put so much emphasis elsewhere. Okay, remember that. Make sure that you don't burn yourself out as far as trying to make sure that you reach out and help everyone else. That is not your duty completely at this point. I mean, I get it with loved ones, but how much are they doing for themselves as well? So look at that one too before you just try to be okay. All right. You've done enough because you thought about it, but after you done all you can, what you do? Just stand. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Sagittarius. Turquoise, red, purple, yellow. Sagittarius, this week you feel so strongly in your ideas, and it's a little part that hasn't really been able to be put in words right now to where people may not understand where you're going with it. But in this case, you have to boost yourself and not feel like you have to defend the fact that you don't know where it's going. You just show and prove, put it in a little pretty package and with a bow just to present it. Just present and show your worth that way with it. You don't have to defend any of your processes, and you're really trying to be so sure. You're so sure of it that you're trying to wrap it around your head of how you're going to execute it. Okay, so put more emphasis on execution versus explaining your process. You don't have to. You ain't got to. You don't owe them that either. Okay, so focus on execution, less about explanation. All right, have a good one. Capricorn, blue, brown. Okay, Capricorn, so you are the soothsayer this week, okay? You are telling it like it is, or you are the one that's the voice of reason. You're calling things beforehand, just being claircognizant, okay? Which is good. But then also be careful of what you're speaking into. Is this like be mindful, like because wishing ill will or whatever, like watch your mouth. Okay, you don't want to speak against yourself. You don't want to speak against your surroundings because hey, crossfires. All right. Another thing is that you have it's a structure that you're conveying. So, look how you're organizing things. Look how you're moving and look at how you're telling others to move. Okay. But good job this week. It's something about your words this week. It's something about the things that you're moving along with and how you're explaining things. And it might just get through to people. All right. So, enjoy this week, y'all, and watch your mouth. Aquarius. Peach, baby pink, purple, white, and black. Okay, Aquarius, so this week you may not feel like what you've been portraying, okay? And what I mean by that is, hey, you took some time to look in the mirror, you get yourself looking real good before you step out the house, you know, stuff like that, you know, those particular type of masks, versus how you're really truly feeling. if you don't feel good or whatever, you know, and you're not really saying or talking about it as you should, you're kind of just brushing it off to the side. Definitely address that. Really think through it. It's okay. You should feel like you have safe spaces around you to really talk about those situations, what you're actually going through, instead of distracting yourself or saying that you don't want to deal with it, don't want to be emotional about it, whatever. You get what I'm saying? And if these things are stem from triggers, things that remind you what has happened in the past, something image wise, body dysmorphia, etc., all those things. Take the time this week to make sure that everything's to the T for yourself. You know, get up, take your time, look in the mirror, think through your thoughts, find the best outfits that make you feel like you this week. You get what I'm saying? Really take time to really boost yourself, and don't leave the house without looking in the mirror and telling yourself that you look good as you can all get out. Okay, so really boost yourself, really coach yourself this week, you know, and then allow yourself to seek counsel if there are things that trigger you, so you won't have to use the mask often. You know, allow yourself to feel exactly what you're actually portraying with this quote unquote mask. Okay, all right, Aquarius. All right. Pisces, rainbow, black, and hot pink. Pisces, okay, there's some changes that's going on this week, but you have to trust yourself and your capabilities, okay, within these moments. It's a lot going on. Maybe it's something you've asked for, things that are coming in quicker than you expected, and you're like, okay, right, I wouldn't expect, hold on, wait, hold on, what? So right now, just trust the process a little bit. Don't be all on your guard and putting up defense mechanism, whatever, shields against your blessings. Okay, all right. Prayerfully, this is a great change for yourself, but just roll with it real quick. Okay, use all of your capabilities. Okay, because you know it's a sink or swim energy this go around right now. So we gotta swim. Okay, come on, Pisces. All right, have a good one. If you're looking to book me for any readings, life coaching, or any other services like needing a doula, screenshot this contact list below.